Hi. Okay, so it is extremely echoey in here. I apologize. I hope this microphone is okay. There's no way for me to know until I'm looking at this footage, and by then I will not be able to duplicate what is happening now. So, hi, welcome to the video. My name is Sarah. I am embarking on a journey today of creating a library in my house. Now, you may be asking, Sarah, didn't you do this literally 2 months ago? Yes, I did. That was in the townhome that me and my husband are renting, or were renting, because now we own a home. And now I have to redo that in here, but even more so to the 10th degree, because these walls need painted, everything needs done in this room. We did technically already start. There were chair railings around the whole room that we took down. He as in my husband, patched a bunch of holes. So the room is officially prepped to be painted. So I didn't have to paint the last place. I technically wasn't even allowed to paint the last place, but this is starting with painting and it's gonna be a whole thing. So we're actually building shelves for this library space. They actually had a built-in desk on this wall and one built-in shelf, but I am going to build shelves all the way up from floor to ceiling. I think there's going to be 7 shelves. I hope it's enough space for my books. We will see. But yeah, so this is going to be quite the transformation. I'm gonna start by painting. So I have to do 2 coats of Kills, like primer white paint, because this orange is very dark. So I'm gonna need to do 2 coats of that to cover that up. So first, I'm completely redoing this room, and then we're gonna set up a library, and I'm really excited. I'm excited to have stuff in here because it is so echoey. It's hurting me to film and listen to myself right now. So again, I sincerely apologize. I took a week off of work to organize not just this space. As I said, we bought a house. So we have a lot of other projects going on in the midst of this. Obviously, for me, the library is a priority, but there's a lot of other stuff going on in the house that we have to redo. We're doing quite a few rooms, painting quite a few things in the house. So this is not the only project I'm undertaking, but it's the only one I'm sharing with you guys because it's a book channel. Why would you guys be interested in me redoing my den? You don't care about that, you care about the books. And I'm really excited to create a nice space. Now, this is smaller than my previous space. We do technically have other rooms that are bigger that I could have used, but I feel bad. Like, I don't want to take up bigger bedrooms for my library and for my books. So I chose to take the smallest room, and we'll make it work. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So that's it for now. I'm just gonna start painting. It is late in the day. It's already 4 p.m. Late start. I wanted to have this room fully painted yesterday, but here we are today, and I'm hoping I can at least do the 2 layers of primer and then start color tomorrow. But if I could start color today, that'd be awesome. But definitely minimum goal today is to get 2 layers of primer up. So that's it. I'm gonna start painting, and I will update you guys when we're a little bit more into it. It is day 2 of library transformation. I am starting way earlier today. It is 10:20 a.m. So I'm hoping to get a lot more done. So yesterday I did manage to get everything a first coat of primer / kills, including the trim, because I will be also painting the trim. So I got the trim and the walls all done with 1 layer of kills. It took me a minute. I was sweating like a pig by the end, but that being said, my to-do list today is a lot and it's very ambitious, but I want to get the second layer of kills on, or primer, because I have to, because of this bottom color, that really dark orange. It's very dark. So I have to do a second layer of kills for that. And also the trim was originally painted with oil-based paint, which I do not want to paint with oil-based paint. And for those who don't know, because I've recently learned because of all of this home renovation stuff, you cannot put latex paint over oil-based paint. It will just peel off. But me and my husband read online, so hopefully it's true, that if you do 2 layers of kills, you should be able to then put latex over that, as long as that oil-based paint is totally covered. So I'm hoping that works, because oil-based paint is a bitch to work with. It stinks, and I don't like it. So hopefully with the 2 layers on the trim, I will also be able to paint it with just normal latex paint and call it a day, which we are doing to the rest of the house too. So like I said, we have a lot of projects going on simultaneously. My husband is currently in the garage working on these shelves. He is currently cutting those and making them look nice, and then we're gonna stain those. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked already. My to-do list for today, the goals: second coat of kills on the walls and the trim, and then I want to get all of the color done, and it's going to be 2 layers of color with 3 different types of paint. So the trim is going to be cotton white. I might be able to get away with just doing 1 layer of trim paint, but I have a feeling I will do 2 anyways, because it's kind of hard to tell, to be honest. I just want to make sure it's all coated. And then I'm doing 2 colors in this room, because the wall behind the shelves is going to be a dark forest wood green. The rest of the walls are going to be just a very neutral color. I did want to get a little bit fun with it, but I decided against it, because I think I'm just going to try to decorate the walls with a lot of stuff to make it more fun. It's just like when you're picking out paint for like 10 different rooms, it starts to get a little bit, just pick a color and just put it on the wall. So I decided to go with just a really simple beige, just keep it simple for now. I could always paint it fun later down the road, but at this point, things just need to look better and they just need to look nice. So I'm just doing beige and green in here. And that's going to require 2 coats of each of those. So pretty much I'm trying to paint this room, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different times. But that's probably all I'm going to get done today, and I'm hoping I get that done today. I also, as a sidebar, want to film a video, because I haven't filmed a video in like 2 weeks, other than this one that I'm working on that you guys won't see for a little bit. I have not filmed a video because I've been so busy. I didn't upload this past week, and I feel like I need to, because I want to. I want to put out a new video. So I think I'm going to take a little break and film my mid-year journal flip through, because that should be a really quick one to film and edit, because then also at some point today I have to sit down and edit it. And I want it to go up tomorrow. I'm filming this on a Saturday currently, so we'll see if I can make that happen. So there's a lot of stuff going on simultaneously. We're painting, we're filming, we're editing, we're cutting shelves, we're potentially staining. So there's a lot. And I just need to get started. I'm gonna start with doing the second layer of kills. I'm probably not gonna film any B-roll of that, because who cares? You guys saw me do some of it yesterday. It's just some more primer. It's not a fun one. And then, yeah, we'll check back after we get some of the paint color up, okay? All right, talk to you later. Wish me luck. It is now 7 o'clock. It's actually 7:06, and it looks like I have done nothing. I Don't know why, because I've already painted 5 other rooms and I still think that painting will not take that long. It takes so much longer than you think it's going to take, at least than I think it's going to take. So yeah, no color on the wall so far. I did, if you can see, I did get the second layer of primer up, and that's good to go. And then I did do all of the trim. So I did the first and second coats of the color of trim, and it's super unsatisfying because it's just white. So it doesn't look any different, but it is, because the previous trim was very dirty. And it does look better, but it's not very satisfying, to be totally honest, because yeah, it's just white, it's not a color. I do have to pull the tape up, and I am a little bit nervous to do that because I put 100% of my trust into this tape. So if I pull this up and there's paint all over these beautiful, authentic hardwood floors, a tear will escape my eyeballs. We'll see. I'm gonna tear that up now, but yeah, I think that's all I'm going to do today. I did 5 out of the 10 things on my list. So, you know, progress is progress, but I would have loved to get farther, but it looks like tomorrow will be the day that I paint the walls. Because initially I thought that I could do like the first coat of the trim and then like do the first coat of the walls and then do the second coat of the trim. But as I was doing the trim, I kind of realized that if I attempted to do the wall color right next to wet trim, it probably would have ended in disaster. So yeah, didn't do everything I wanted to do today, but alas, I am one person. I did lose a nail, and there's a lot of paint on me. A lot of paint on me, but all in a day's work. So I'm going to clean up, get to sleep, wake up early tomorrow, and hopefully we get much more farther in this process. All right, moment of truth for the tape. Will it look good? Ooh. Okay, not horrible, but not great either. Oh my God, no. I had some pull up here, not good. Oh God, now I'm scared. Oh no. I am not a professional, so I could be doing this totally wrong. Oops. All right, there's some definite seepage, but I think if I go around with a hot rag, I can get that. Ooh, that looks good. That's a good spot. Ooh, not so good. All right, day 3. Okay, so it is end of day. I don't know what time it is, maybe like 7, and I'm calling it for the room. So I did make good progress. We're still not done. I cannot reiterate enough how much longer this stuff takes than I think it will. So the accent wall is totally done. Let me flip you guys around. So the accent wall is totally done because I wanted to not have to reopen that can of paint anymore. So that is totally done. That is 2 coats of Forest Wood by Sherwin-Williams. And then we have the rest of the room with a single coat on the walls. So tomorrow I will have to do a second coat. But now my dilemma is this door. It looks yellow because that is the color of the trim that they had. And I don't like it. It looks gross. So I need to paint the door, and I wish I would have thought about this before because I will have to prime it again. So I will have to re-pull out my primer. And then the back of this door is the same. The lighting's really bad right now, so it's kind of hard to tell. But, oh there, that's a good spot. So yeah, both of the doors look yellow. I'm thinking, I don't know if it'll look stupid, but I'm thinking maybe making the doors the green because I do really like that and having it moved there because otherwise they would have to be pretty much the trim color white. Cotton white to be specific. So either I'm gonna paint them to match the trim or paint them green to match the accent wall. And yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. This door also doesn't close all the way. If I close it, it pops open. So my husband's gonna have to fix that anyways. So yeah, I don't quite know what I'm gonna do with the doors yet, but that's where we are. We're getting there, slowly but surely, and to be continued. It is, I think, day 6 of this project. I didn't update the vlog yesterday because there really wasn't too much to say. I did finish painting the library. The room is now officially ready for shelves. So now, switching gears to the shelves. Also, the reason we didn't do much yesterday is because my husband had to build this like jig pretty much because these are all my shelves and we didn't know how we were going to stain them and let them dry. So he actually built like this table, I forget what he calls it. In here he nailed in 2x4s, so then it's just kind of like literally a drying rack for the shelves as I stain them. So today's main focus is staining these shelves, and it's going to be quite a process. I did want to have these already stained and being put up. Actually, I wanted the room to be done by now, but hey, it is what it is. So to stain, I got the Minwax gel stain in cherry wood. Here it is. Got it at Menards. I also got the wood at Menards. The wood is aspen wood, 1x12x6. I did want to do oak because I like the grain in it, but the oak was like crazy expensive. So opted for the aspen because it's much cheaper. And then as I had already shown you guys, or maybe I didn't show you guys yet, my husband did round out the edges and make it a nice like curved edge. So he had that all done already. So to apply the stain, I also got a oil-based stain brush specifically. Actually, I think I have a 3-inch in the house, so it's bigger. So I think I'm gonna go grab that because we got a lot of surface area to cover. My initial plan for the stain was actually this one, dark walnut, but it came out so dark. We ended up refinishing our handrail for the stairs. My husband used this and it was kind of nice because it ended up being like a test piece and it came out so dark, but this is our first time using gel stain. He did not wipe it off after, but he looked up some videos and people say with the gel stain, you should wipe after you like apply it to kind of get off the layer that's not truly soaked into the wood, something like that. So he didn't technically do that with this one, so that is probably why it ended up being so dark, but that's okay. We're gonna stick with the cherry wood, and once we do that, we do have to finish it off with this polyurethane because it's oil-based.
That's another thing. When you're looking at stains and paints, pay attention to oil versus water-based. I'm gonna get started on this. Oh, also, I forgot to tell you guys, I've been horrible at updating with my reading while I've been doing this, because I have been listening to audiobooks while I'm doing this. So, and this is a bookish channel. So I did listen to the audiobook of Down the Drain by Julia Fox. Wow, just what a ride. My review was, well, damn. If you want to listen to a story of a New York party girl, nonstop drama, nonstop trauma, that's the book for you. I already liked Julia Fox. This makes me respect her come up even more. Like, I just have a new outlook on her in general, but I did already like her. I thought she was already iconic, but I feel like she's even more iconic now. Now, I will say, I don't rate memoirs if it's not a 5-star. This wouldn't have been a 5-star memoir for me. It's just very nonstop. I like to have a little bit more of reflective moments in my memoirs, like in between stuff. She did have, like, the way the book ended was very reflective, and I loved the way it ended. But yeah, it was just kind of like nonstop, like going here, doing drugs there, going to this party, doing drugs there. Had this happen, it was just kind of like nonstop party girl thing. So if you want to read that, listen to it. I do recommend it. So I did listen to that. I think I'm going to listen to Normal Women by Ainsley Hogarth. It is available. And I recently listened to Mother Thing by her, and I loved it. I really loved that book. It's just very weird, stream of consciousness, unhinged women. That one specifically was like mommy issue, unhinged women. So I want to listen to this one because I had a good time with her last book, listening to it on audiobook. So I think I'm going to listen to Normal Women by Ainsley Hogarth. So yeah, anyways, long update. Let's get to staining. I'm having a dilemma because now I don't know if I kind of want to do the dark walnut. So that's the cherry wood. And it's just very warm, very orange, and does not look like the sample piece in the store, to be honest. And then the dark walnut, that's what I applied. This is one that my husband applied. I think he was maybe applying it too dark. And I think if we apply lightly, it might look good. Oh, I feel like the dark walnut tone looks better with the colors of the walls, because I just went upstairs and held this up against the wall, and I think the dark walnut looks better. Like that dark green forest wood wall is the wall that these are going to go against, and I think that this just matches that aesthetic better. This like looks weird with it, in my opinion. I'm a darker tone kind of girl though. I like cooler tones and darker tones when it comes to stuff like this. I think I'm gonna go for the walnut now. This is what happens, but at least we have two options. So I think I'm gonna go for the walnut. We'll see what happens in the end.
cannot tell you how many days it's been because I've lost count. I have no idea, but the shelves are up officially. Let me show you guys closer. All right, to give you guys the full view. So here are all the shelves. I realized I may have made it sound like this was going to be a full built-in bookshelf because actually, apparently that's what my husband thought I meant. But I just wanted free floating shelves. I like the way that they look. You will notice these on the left side are silver compared to the other screws, which are black. That is because these two sets of brackets are screwed into studs, and then that one is screwed into drywall. So that is like drywall, anchor, whatever. I don't know. My husband did it. He knows what he's talking about. So that's it. So the shelves are up and I'm really happy and I really like them. So the time has come to put books on the shelves. I just got home from work, so I have limited time to work in here today. So the goal for today is to just get all the books unboxed and on these shelves tonight. Tomorrow and over the weekend, I will probably end up rearranging some of them, and the weekend is when I'm going to really dive into decorating. But first, I have to just get the books on the shelves, so let's get into that. Let me show you guys my books. So don't mind the absolute disaster. This is what we're working on. So all of these boxes against this wall, those are all books. Some of them are open because I was trying to pull out some books to reference for height when we were trying to figure out exactly the spacing of the shelves. I tried to pull out a few different books and I was looking for specific ones that I know run a little bit bigger. So I had to open up a few, but there's those. And I think a couple of those white boxes down there are also books. So I'm gonna start moving the boxes from that room into here. Okay, I think these are all of the boxes. Honestly, there may be a box I'm missing here and there. I'll definitely know once I'm starting to go through them. So I did not split these up by genre, but I did try to number them. So like that's 11. So at my old place, I pretty much just started boxing books from the top left, going across and going down. So then I just like numbered each box. So like this section would have been 1, 2, 3, you know, you get the idea. So I did try to approach this in a systematic way, but I know I forgot to label a couple of the boxes. And honestly, I don't even know if that's how I want them arranged on these shelves because they're so different. They're just like way longer. And on the other bookshelves, they kind of had very distinct sections, I guess, and shelves. So I was able to kind of categorize a little bit more. And these will be a little bit less. I don't know if that made any sense. I'm already sweating and I'm already losing my mind a little bit, but I have this package that I need to open for these purposes. So because of the way that the shelf is, because they're just free floating shelves, I guess, I had to get bookends. So for that, I decided to just get a bunch of clear acrylic bookends to just put at the ends of these. I guess you can't see that end. To just put on the end so that they don't fall over. I think these all have stickers on them because they are supposed to be clear acrylic. And I think these are like protective stickers. This is way too difficult. All right, I got some tweezers. Hopefully that'll, there we go. Oh my, it's literally like way too difficult to get that off. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take these stickers off all of these, and then they're just clear ends. Wanted to keep it simple, wanted to keep it relatively cheap because I don't want to spend any more money on this library. It's not the cheapest thing I have ever done, I'll tell you that. I honestly don't know the total that I've spent for this, and
I don't want to know. All right, so I'm gonna start unboxing these books. Quick updates and check-in. I did the first like 2 1/3 shelves, so that is all, well, not all, that is most of the fantasy that I think will be on these shelves. I do have some like miscellaneous fantasy in there. So these books were all never actually on my bookshelf. All of these books were hiding in a cabinet in my living room at the townhome. So I am fully aware that like not all of my books are going to be on these shelves. In fact, I have like specific books, like my grad school books. Those are not going to go on my shelves anymore. I'm going to find a new place for them. But I think that this will be the majority of the fantasy books I have displayed on the shelves. So I probably should have mentioned the way that I'm organizing it is first by genre, clearly. So these are all my fantasy. And then I just kind of sort them by vibe. Usually by color for aesthetic purposes. I have all my Clarissa Broadbent books together. I have all my Sarah J. Maas books relatively together. Sometimes I'll keep all of the author's works together. Sometimes I'm just going for like a color scheme like I have going on over here. So yeah, they first get organized by genre and then I kind of go from there. So I think I'm going to start doing my horror. I'm trying to think because at the townhome, I had a little section of horror that was like rainbow, which I didn't love, but it was kind of a lot of random horror that I didn't really know what else to do with other than that, because most of the horror books are all black. So I have all my black horror books together, which I will still do. And then I had like a group of white ones that I'm going to still do because they're all like white and red. And then, yeah, I had kind of 3 other sections of horror that were a little bit of a mosh posh. I'm going to have all my Stephen Kings together. Not that I have that many Stephen King books, but I will have all of his books together along with Joe Hill, the single book that I have of Joe Hill's that I haven't read. But I will keep those together. It's mostly just the books, the horror books that I had in rainbow order that I don't know what I'm going to do with. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm just going to start throwing books up here, move them around, see what looks good, and go from there. It is the next day because I ran out of daylight, and honestly, at a certain point, I started to sweat too much. I was just trying to get all the books on the shelves, and I was over trying to get good aesthetic angles. So you guys got the idea. I was putting books on shelves. So I'm going to turn you around, show you the semi-final product. I would say 95% of the books that will be on these shelves are currently on these shelves. The next step is to decorate, and I'm so excited. But let me show you guys how the books look just by themselves. So here are their shelves fully in their full glory from top to bottom. It pretty much is very similar to kind of how I had them laid out in my previous shelves, but obviously these shelves go wall to wall. So they're all in a single line instead of being split up. So now it is time to decorate, and I'm really excited. So I have quite a few things to go through because I have a box of my old decorations. So I know what to expect in there. I have a basket full of stuff I have bought since, and then also a package of stuff that I have bought since. So I have to kind of take inventory, open everything, see what we got, see what we're working with, and go from there. I also got this really cute, I don't know what they call it, but this thing. It's like a cushion, but it's like kind of hard, but it's not super hard. Cushion, stool, foot stand, I don't really know. But I got that and I thought it was cute. So I got that from TJ Maxx. Anyways, so let me go through and open this box of the stuff I already had previously. I don't know that this will go anywhere, but I do have this little hand painted plaque, wood plaque with a snake and a mushroom. It's very cute. We'll see if there's a spot for it. Okay, so this is like a wall hanging, which will definitely go up. It's my little acrylic snake with flowers and stuff in it. That'll go on the wall, so that's kind of separate from the bookshelves. I have this cup from Fairy Loot, or no, Bookish Box, one of the two. I don't remember who these characters are, but I really like this mug, so that'll go on the bookshelves. I have this ceramic little book thing to put stuff in. I don't know if this will go on the bookshelf or not because I have a larger plastic one that will go on the bookshelves, and it has all my bookmarks in it, and it is full to the brim. I have two of these candles, which I'm obsessed with and I love, and were on my previous bookshelves. These will go up for sure. I have this plate from from Fairy Loot. I don't know what to do with this. I don't need it to be on display. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. We'll see. I have a lot of candles too, and they will go up in various spots around this room. So I'll just have to see as I'm putting them out where stuff can fit. I don't wanna have too many candles on the bookshelf itself. My little devilish witchy cat. My little wood butterfly, we'll find a spot for that. I have a witchy like cauldron. It's actually a candle, but we'll see if I have a spot for this. I don't necessarily love it. I don't necessarily need it on my shelves, but I have it. And then here is my mushroom bookend. This will go by my naturey horror. My little gold beetle, another candle because of course. And then one of my favorite pieces are these, I guess like taxidermied, I don't know how they describe them, but these butterflies. They were real butterflies at one point. I love these butterflies. Let's see, I think it's too tall to go on my shelf now, which is super sad because I loved having that next to my Addie LaRue and that like historical mythology stack. The colors just like go perfectly. But when we were spacing out the shelves, I could tell this wasn't gonna fit, but I really couldn't make my shelves specifically fit this if I wanted them to be evenly spaced. So I'm kind of sad. We'll find a spot for it because it definitely needs to be in here somewhere, but I don't know where I'm gonna put it. So that was everything that I already had. Now opening my new stuff. Oh, I got new lights. So my last place, I had battery powered fairy lights. They ended up going dead, like the batteries died in a couple of days. So I got new lights and they are plug-in because I want them to be lit a pretty decent amount of time. So they're just very simple fairy lights, but they plug in so they will always have energy and they come with a remote. I recently picked this guy up. I love it. It is in the Halloween section. I got it in the Halloween section of Home Goods. Home Goods, right? It might have been TJ Maxx. No, Home Goods. And it's Martha Stewart, but it's like a lantern. So I do have like a fake battery operated candle I could put in it, but actually I'm thinking I might use this for like TBR kind of stuff and putting papers in there for TBR stuff, maybe. I'm not quite sure. I could put some of my dead flowers in it as well. There's a couple options of what I can put in here, but I definitely want this somewhere. It's too tall to go on the shelves, so it might have to go on the cabinet, but I'll definitely find a spot for this. I should say everything I'm opening right now and going through right now is either TJ Maxx or Home Goods. Okay, from Home Goods, I got a bunch of goldish frames, picture frames, because I am gonna do like a gallery wall situation. So I just got a bunch of frames that I'm gonna put pictures and graphics and stuff in. So these are all going to eventually go on walls. Oh, I forgot I got this. I totally forgot I got this. And this was in like the checkout line too. So it's just kind of like a wood dish and it has gold butterflies on it. So I thought it was cute. I don't know, I just will put it on like a side table or something. I could put my like rings and whatever in the dish, but this was Home Goods, I believe. So yeah, I got that little guy. You can tell a lot of my accents are gold. And then I got a new lamp, because if you saw my previous library change makeover situation, had another lamp and I like the look of it, but I don't like it actually lit. It's very, the light bulb is very exposed, and I don't love an exposed light bulb because I can't help but look directly into a light bulb if it's out there. So I got a new lamp. I lit it in the store. It looks nice. It's a very faint light, just nice, good ambiance pretty much. So yeah, I got this, and it's like iridescent and gold, so perfect. Oh, and then I got these glass mushroom dishes. I don't know what you call it, but it's got some like flowers and butterflies, and I don't know, there's like a dragonfly on there. So I got 2 of these, but I think what I might do with these, which these may or may not go in this library, we'll see, but I think I'm gonna fill them with water and put like plant cuttings in them because they're cute. So that was everything from TJ Maxx and Home Goods. But then I have this package is from Temu. Don't come for me, okay? I got an advertisement for one item that I was like, that would be perfect in here. So I went and got the app for this one item. But then it's like, oh, that app is insane. I've already deleted it from my phone. It's literally like a Las Vegas slot machine. It comes up with all of these like spinner wheels and all these discounts, and you have to buy like 4 items to get like a $350 coupon. Insane. So I really just wanted the one item, but I think I did. I don't know. They got me. I had to get a few other things in order to like get to the checkout process. It was crazy. So yes, I did get this stuff from Temu. I'm never shopping from there again. It's insane. But I do forget some of the stuff I bought, so I am kind of excited to see what it is I even got and the quality of it. Okay, we'll start with the item that was the item that I wanted. That was the reason I went to this freaking website to begin with. So they had these really lovely green lacy curtains. Not like fully curtains, I guess. I don't know. They're kind of like accent curtains, but very cute, very nice. That is the reason I needed to buy something from there. So these are really cute. So I'm gonna put those against the window. I do still have to get like a curtain rod. So I have to get that before I can put those up. But that is why I went to Temu. So let's see what else I got. Oh my God, this is tiny. Okay, I got this really itty bitty partial frame. It's okay. I definitely probably thought it was bigger. Okay, there's that. Okay, this is actually pretty nice. I mean, it's not like high quality, it's really light, but I got this bust of the veiled woman, and I really actually like that. So, and it's pretty good size. It's not huge, it's not tiny. And it'll fit on a shelf. So, I actually like that. Cool. So this is like a crystal shelf. It is not as deep as I would like it to be. It is probably like the shelves themselves in here, maybe an inch. They seem like they're probably even under an inch, but the idea is to put your crystals on it, and I thought that that was nice. You can like hang it on the wall, so I'll probably do that. Oh, this is cute. Okay. It's smaller than I thought, but it's pretty nice, actually pretty good details. It's a like headless angel, I guess. But I think it's really cute. I like that. Okay. Okay, 2 more things. I got this tiny little bronze gold snail. How cute is he? He's really small and he's adorable. Oh my God, I love him. He's nice and heavy though too. Cute. Oh my God, this thing's huge. This thing's way bigger than I thought it would be actually. It's a dragonfly mirror. It's a mirrored dragonfly. And it's freaking ginormous. Sorry, I don't want to flash you guys, but yeah, it's big. It's a big one. Yeah, I thought it would be like a tiny little guy, but I mean, he's cute. He'll go up on the wall, maybe. so long as there's a spot for him, but got him. Okay, so I apologize for the abrupt stop of the last clip and the abrupt start of this clip. So what happened was I started editing this video and some of my files got corrupted. So I don't have any of my footage that I originally took of me decorating. So I'm sorry. I hope you guys aren't mad at me. I know that this video's crazy long already, so I'm thinking that you guys don't care. And I'm thinking you just want to see the final results. So here they are. The library is done. I'm so excited. So let's do the final walkthrough. And I apologize now, these wood floors are creaky. So you are going to hear the creaky ass wood floors as I'm walking around, okay? But let's get into the final walkthrough. So it's gonna be a little bit of tight framing because this room really is not very big, but here is the final room. I might have to like bring back the before footage of the room to really appreciate how different this room looks. It is crazy. I love it. My husband even said that the room feels bigger when you're inside of it now, and I totally agree. I don't know if it's just because of the colors of the wall, or you'll notice I took the closet door off. I took it totally off and I just did a bead curtain, and I kind of love it a lot. I feel like it opens up the room. Let me sit in my chair. So when I'm sitting in my chair, this is what I get to look at, and I love it. So let's look at the shelves more closely. Here is the final product of the shelves. I love the way they came out. Honestly, the books are laid out extremely similar to the way I had them in my old place. So I have my fairy loot all on top with my throne of glass. Second shelf is my fantasy, kind of like straight up fantasy and like adult fantasy going into romantasy. And then I do have these two random little epics at the end because they're kind of colorful. So they kind of just had to go by SJM for the colors. Then the rest of my fantasy, and then we get into my horror with my nature-based horror. So of course I had to have my little beetle and my mushrooms. Super cute. I put my Catriona Ward books together. And then in this row, I did end up just kind of keeping my general horror, I guess, books. I did just keep them in a rainbow order. It's just easier that way. So I think they look nice. Anyways, well, I guess these are all like my white covers. And then into kind of more rainbow. Then I have my Rachel Harrison books together, and I put my little cat and my witch cauldron there. I think they look good together, so that worked. And then here, these ones are a little bit random, but these are like brown tan toned books, because it just kind of worked because I wanted to keep my two brown books together. And then of course Krampus kind of gets into my Christmas holiday horror. So it kind of works for now. It's not going to work forever though, because I will be getting Bram's new book, and I definitely want all my Bram books together. So this might need to get broken apart once I have new Bram books, but that's how that looks for now. My Veiled Lady looks so pretty. I love her. She's on top of a book that is actually written in Italian. I got it when I was in Italy, and it's like about vampires and Dracula and vampire lore and all of that. So it's written in Italian. I'll never be able to read it, but it makes a nice little stand. And then all my black cover horrors going into my Stephen King and Joe Hill. And then look how cute this picture is. It's actually a postcard from a local artist, and I put it in one of those picture frames, and I think it's just so stinking cute. It's flowers with googly eyes. And I have more work from that same artist, which I'll show you guys in a little bit, but love that. And then over here, I don't know why, but Ninth House really was killing the vibe in a lot of other places. So I just kind of snuck it over here, and I feel like it works. And then with my notebook and bookmarks. And then here's my romance / relationship books. And then I think my little angel looks really nice with my copy of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And then this stack here is kind of like feminist literature, I guess, in a way. I have my Norse mythologies and my Greek mythology retellings, and then some like historical, like wayward, historical, witchy. And then these two are kind of a little bit random, but they also deal with women. So this one's like literary horror, and this one I think is just like general fiction, but kind of like women-centric stories. And I love this little area right here. I love the colors, very earthy toned, great aesthetic. And then I have my sad girl slash weird girl kind of lit. There's a couple of random books thrown in there just because I didn't know where else to put them and they could blend in. So there's that. Right here is my collection of Emily Dickinson poems. First of all, I love the cover of this copy, but what I love even more is it's from Italy, and on each page it shows the poem in English and Italian. So it's my little memento from Italy. And then this bottom shelf is a bit random, a little bit of a mosh posh, but we have my nonfiction slash memoir going into some sci-fi. And then I have all my Neil Gaiman down here with a couple of random books. And then the middle section is very nostalgic with Harry Potter, my Fallen series, and Goosebumps. And then the end is my manga. And then we got to get into the rest of the room. So then I have my TBR cart here, although the books on this cart right now are actually all books that I'm selling on my Pango. So not really much of a TBR cart at the moment, but that is there. I got this cute little rug that I feel like just adds a lot to the room. I'm glad I got that. I've never been a huge area rug person, but I recommend. Then I have my little cushion there. Cute, love it. My reading chair itself, this is the same reading chair I've been using, so nothing new there. I did find this picture at HomeGoods the other day, literally just like 2 days ago. I ended up finding this one and I think it is perfect and adorable. It's got all the butterflies and bugs all over it. My little side table, and then over here I have my tree, my like, I don't know, bookshelf tree, whatever they call this. These are actually all books that I have to haul. I have a lot of other ones too. I have a bunch of packages, like unopened packages I have to go through. So book haul will be coming soon. So don't spoil it. Don't look. And then I did add a little light switch cover. And then this wall, so this was like gonna be my gallery wall. It's a little bit of a sad gallery wall at the moment, okay? So it's going to be an ongoing process. I will eventually get more things, hang more things. Like over here, I definitely need to add something to that wall. Over here, I'm already planning on getting some floating shelves that will more so just have more decorations, maybe a book here or there, but they're not gonna be like heavy duty shelves. So they're just gonna be to fill out this wall because it's very blank right now. But this is what we're starting with and I love it so far. These little mushrooms from the same artist, I think it's so cute. And then the dragonfly mirror ended up working perfect there. And then we have another picture right there, which I think is adorable as well. So I actually love these three little guys together. Great. And then in my closet, I have a cabinet with a bunch of stuff in it. Some more things going on up top that didn't really fit anywhere else. This closet is a little dinky. I will eventually paint in here as well. And I will figure out more to do with this space. I was thinking I can even do more shelves and kind of act as more bookshelf space, but I'm not in a rush. This closet is going to be a project for a different day, probably a different year if we're being honest. So it is what it is right now, but it definitely needs to get painted eventually, at least, at the very minimum. But that is the library and I love it. And yes, it's not like fully done. I'm gonna put some shelves up. I'm gonna put some other things on the walls. It's a little bit of a working process, but this is everything we're going to do for this video because I cannot handle another day of this. So it has officially been 18 days since I started this project. LOL at me when I thought that this was going to take 3 days. That was a whole different level of delusion. So, but we're here. I love it. It's so cozy. I'm so excited to read in this room and film in this room. And that's it. That is everything for today's video. If you made it all the way to this point in the video and you watched all the way through, you are a trooper and I appreciate you. Leave me a butterfly emoji down below so that I know. As always, thank you so much for spending some of your time with me and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.